As the one and only Tony Cashman, I absolutely refuse to keep secrets, have boundaries trademark, and even always have might been a white knight in a certain awkward sense, but always trying to help people and still refuse to be a coward. Did you guys know that for over 15 years, my purpose in life wasn't just to be inescapable, or even necessarily was in the first place. It was to actually become the most prosperous of all time. This was since my puberty years. We're talking a guy who was a traditional cartoonist the first 10 years of his life, and then went from that to puberty, telling him, it's not the porn addiction, it's not the bullying, it's not even your existence as a self-important person. It's that your philosophy is going to help you follow your destiny, predestined or otherwise, free will or otherwise. I don't actually like making it all about myself. Because the problem with being a starseed, which is what this video is about, the problem with being a starseed volunteer is that you make it all about you. And if we actually survive in a world where it's all about us, we do not know any better than the people who are actually here to help us, which is everyone else in the collective. If you are truly a good person, your humanitarian ways aren't just about proving why you're unique. They're not even just proving why you're relatable just like everyone else. What you do with it is how you get this far. There are people in the transgender community and even the homosexual community who do not understand this. And you try to negotiate with them. You try to tell them better. There are even people, there are drug addicts in the astrology community. There are people in NoFap and intention who don't understand religion as well as they could, or even anarchism. And there are anarchists who don't understand why porn should be banned. Same difference. It's the same deal. It's like you can't please everyone. And it sucks because it's horrifying. How we get here is very scary. It's like Murphy's Law is very reign true. It's like anything can happen. When you're popular, like the Oshinoko anime, when you're actually someone worthy of exception, anything can happen. This is relevant to my tangent point in the same relevant video. I'm not a crazy person for trying to be myself. I'm not a psychopath for trying to be an exception to the rule for something that I actually believe in convictionally for my own truth, okay? This is not because I want to distance myself from other people or isolate myself with four walls around me. This is because I am Tony Cashman. If I don't get to do that, there's no point in even being here. It's not because I actually fall for some bullshit like starseed volunteerism, okay? That martyr mentality is rareness for the wrong reasons. You're not here to be yourself the wrong way, you know? In conclusion, Ben 10 and Gilgamesh are two characters who are extrovert multitaskers for things that they believe in. Gilgamesh is known as a villain from the Fate series. Ben 10 is known as a hero from his series, from Cartoon Network. And I use them very loosely as an example for extrovert multitasking because I'm finding more and more that I'm more like an omnivert, but unlike a transgender woke kind of thing, it actually is how I feel about myself. I wish I was being an asshole about that, but that's actually my truth at that point. If I was going to be mean to like actual gays or trans people about that, then I would know better than to bully them in the first place. I try to be nice and kind to them, but when their rules and laws are so back buttwards that you can't even understand why they get that far, you can't respect them anymore. It's just how the world works. I can't respect someone who doesn't understand their own gender. I can't respect someone who understands their own sexual orientation the way they should already know at this point. If they're gay, they're gay. If they're trans, they're trans. I have to listen to them or they boot me out of communities that I don't even understand anymore. Right? And that's nostalgic all-star mode. Not even all-star mode for Tony Cash's life story. I am very arrogant. I am very full of myself. I'm very self-entitled and self-important. But that's not vain. I do the shadow work for 8+ months or over 5 years. I deal with actual borderline covert narcissists within the family and friendships and otherwise. I actually do better as a person confidently trademarked. I have to have boundaries, introvert or otherwise. I'm not an introvert. I'm not even a freaking focused person, which is taken for granted to begin with. These are all things that Tony Cashman convictionally believes in, all-star for his own truth. If you refuse to believe him, that's okay. Only sometimes it's not because you just stand in his way anyways. Which you should just stop doing that, guys. You have to stop standing in my way. This is not something that you might want to hear all the time. And it's not easy to hear that as common sense if it's actually common sense. But most times people are being told what to think and not how. And that's not how you should do it. That is some of the worst, like, this is a bit of a tangent, but like parenting, right? When you tell someone, boy, I knew how I got this far. I learned from my mistakes when I was a kid. Okay, give an example. That's off the top of your head. Give an example. You can't do that? You didn't learn. Guaranteed. That's with just parenting, right? Now think about people who are your generation, your age, who maybe like they're like teenagers to 20s, kind of like me, my late 20s, and they're about your age to have like-minded interests, like the cliche, the stereotypical advice you'll hear about finding people who are just your age and type, and know what they're doing, and then you look for them on Google or on Facebook or something, and you find them, you network with them, you join their tribes, you get along with them. Sounds easy on paper, but if that's what you believe in philosophically, like me, if you think that cheating is the definition of Google search, then yeah, of course you're gonna fall for it. But that's not because you have to be full of yourself. Sometimes even the popular things can be learned from. And sometimes even the status quo has a point. But the point that I'm making is I'm not distancing myself from other people just because I have an opinion. I'm not distancing myself from other people just because I see myself as an extrovert who is a social butterfly in every possible way, hardcore or otherwise. If that's denial, I will learn. If that is me being an asshole, I will learn. If that's me procrastinating on my goals and dreams and hard work ethics, I will learn. I'm not only unwell and I'm not only put together. Everyone is broken to a degree, and whether you like it or not, everyone has a tragedy. You cannot act so entitled to your bullshit that you can't even tell yourself that point. Because how you get here is important, in spite of what you innovate, including Tony Cashman's life story. Extrovert multitasking, a primer on starseed volunteer philosophy, and why everyone feels the popular addiction to want to be a martyr here that's rare. Take care, everyone. The best thing is ideal. The right things are promised. Life is fair by default. I repeat, the best thing is ideal. The right things are promised. Life is fair by default. How you get here is very important. Most people miss that out a lot. They're very anal about what they think they have to do to attain objective wisdom, even if their One Piece anime heroism is like, okay, I can care about people I'm here with, it's not the journey to the destination, or the friends made along the way, which is very beautiful. There is objective wisdom to be had, and hard. There is objective wisdom to be had, but you can't just act like it's your way, the highway, and not a two-way street. If you're gonna, also by the way, at the same time, if you're gonna mention it's a two-way street, then own up your own end first. Be the better man or woman on your own end first. And don't tell me that you're gay or trans because you don't know any better. You do. And you have to in this world.